You're in a wedding. You paid for your tux or your dress. The wedding gets canceled, and because of customizations, your tux or your dress is not refundable. What's your next move? That's what I'm about to talk about on today's episode of Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast. Now, in my opinion, if I ask you to be in my wedding, I'm the one that's supposed to be paying for your bridesmaid dress. That's just how that's supposed to go. When I want y'all to remember that weddings, true glamorous weddings, were never for the poors. Y'all, we just like the poors. Like if you don't have a million, you're poor. And I hate to say it to you that way. There's comfortable living. There's very much comfortable living. And it's just like, why are we asking people? We're doing these grandeur boxes right now. It's a proposal. Will you be my bridesmaid with this all this stuff in it? But then you want them to pay to be in your wedding. So let me get back to the topic at hand. If my dress was customizable, it was customized, and you can't get a refund because it's customized, what happens then? The bride should be reimbursing her bridesmaids the price of the dress or the deposit. I know once they start everything, they only require a deposit, and then what I think it's halfway through or whatever it is before the stuff gets shipped, and definitely before it comes back to the store, you're supposed to have it paid fully, right? So, in the event that a wedding is canceled, in my opinion, it is the courtesy of the bride and groom to return the money to the people who are going to be in their wedding. That's the only couth thing to do. If I am in your wedding and your wedding gets canceled, like y'all break up type shit, and you don't give me my money back for my dress, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. I am 42 years old. I I won't say less. There are a lot of things that are the principle of the matter that make the issue either big or reconcilable. And if you're not understanding the principle, because I would have never spent this money on this dress that you wanted me to wear in this particular color that you wanted me to wear, right? That I wouldn't have done that. What I do like a lot of brides are doing, they're saying, hey, this is the color palette that you can go. You can go from rose to red. Pick a dress you'll wear again so you're not feeling uncomfortable, so it goes with your body type. I trust you. Just show me. Let's do it, but you get to pick your own dress. I like that. Just like the movies, 27 dresses, what is it? 27 weddings, all of the movies like that, where people are just stockpiling dresses that they'll never ever wear again. And truth be told, a lot of weddings are dateable. You can date when a wedding took place by the decor, by the bride's dress, by her dress for the reception, by her shoes, by the florals. Trends come in waves and it looks nice, and then sometimes we just didn't have better, so we couldn't do better. And I'm talking about weddings in like the 60s, 70s. It was just certain decor, certain modernization did not come out yet, so that is what it was. But again, with that being said, brides are so gung-ho on making sure that, oh, this is the dress, this is the color, it's going to be clementine orange, and this type of shade purple, and it's like, this don't even look good on me, number one. So let's talk about being in someone's wedding. I don't want to be in nobody's wedding, period. And on the flip side, I don't want anybody to be my bridesmaid. I had a cousin. She was fat, loved her down, and I was just like, I don't want her fat ass standing next to me. And I know that's gonna sound fucked up, because am I the tiniest thing? No. But I also knew that this particular cousin that I love doesn't necessarily do the things to make sure that she loves herself enough to be in professional and forever pictures. Because whether that marriage lasted or not, those pictures were, and I knew I was going to eat down, so the pictures weren't going anywhere. The videographer in the video is not going anywhere, right? And so I was just like, I'm also type A. It's very fucking strict. excuse me, oh my goodness, it's very fucking strict over here when it comes to making sure that the details of my event for me are done the way I want them done and how I think is logical. I am willing to hear, oh, okay, well, we'll bring the flowers in first versus last, or this. Like, I'm willing to hear some things, and sometimes I just need to hear your thought process, not necessarily to disagree with you, but I need to hear your thought process of why you're doing things a certain way, because I know in my mind this shit is Tetris. This shit is boom, boom, oh, 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 right. I think a particular I can solve the fuck out of some problems. I can pack the fuck out of a trunk, a suitcase. You know, I can build things. So in my head, I can do that. Great at that. Amazing at that. And that's what I noticed because I'm so good at it. It's a lot of people's weakness. They're great at other things, but problem solving isn't one. And in order to love the people in my life the way that they need to be loved, and in order to maintain the relationships with the people in my life that I love, I just decided there wasn't going to be a wedding party. Nobody standing up there with me, like, not even, oh, goodness, what's going on here? Not even the kid. It's just like everybody, I know what I do want to do, and I'm not going to say that. That'll be a reveal for whenever that happens. But it's just not some weddings are a telltale of who really fucks with you, who really shows up for you. And I had a friend, and him and his wife, well, fiance at the time, through several events leading up to the wedding, right? It was just different events that they threw. And it was smart. Almost a social experiment. Almost. But it went something like this. So it was like, let's just say we're 2 years out. Let's just say they threw 4 events, two in each year, right? And we're 3 years out. So first year they throw 2 events, boom, people come. Then the second year it starts to get, you see the same people. Oh, okay, this is the da da da. And what they decided to do was, if it was an event like their kid's birthday or whatever, or something where that required quote unquote a gift, if you showed up, you made the wedding list. If you didn't show up and sent a gift, you made the wedding list. If you didn't show up or RSVP, no call, no show, etc., you didn't get invited to the next event. Same for the next 3 events. And eventually they were able to make sure, well, not even make sure, but have a list of family that they knew that were going to show up for them in one way or another. There was family that came by and and was like, hey, I help y'all. I'm team set up, but I can't stay. Love y'all. See y'all later. They're invited. There are people that said, hey, this is also going on. As long as you communicate, which a lot of people don't do, people aren't necessarily offended that you don't go to their events. But what is offensive is when you RSVP and you don't show. What are we doing that for? Why are we wasting people's money, right? So to me, it's just like, I love the way that they did that without even knowing that they did that. Can you make every event? No. Will you always have the money to buy a gift for every event? No. But sometimes showing up is more than the gift, but also it's also classy to send a gift in lieu of not being able to show up. Because one of the things about community is showing up. And I learned that a lot of people like to make excuses about why they don't show up. It's not always about the gift. It's not always about, what you spend or what you wear to these events. It's about showing up. I tried my best in the last few years while I was unemployed to show up for my people. And I know I did. And I'm proud of myself for that. But yeah, also y'all pay for the people. If you stop having bridal parties that's 44 people long. Clip that shit to like 3 or 4, call it a day, pay for your folks' dresses, and be done with the shit. Like, y'all be asking a lot from people. A lot. Y'all want the wedding shower. You want a bridal shower, like the bridal shower, the bachelorette. It's